What up? Tyler here with TarverAcademy.com, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about fake news in education. As you can tell from this previous election, it became a big story with fake news popping up on Twitter and Facebook and all these social media outlets. They're thinking it was a big enough deal to actually affect the election of the United States of America's president, which is a big deal. One of the responsibilities that we have as educators is to educate students while they're using these devices in class or when they're doing research projects. They're not going to the library and getting encyclopedias and reading, they're just searching Google. Not only do you have to teach them plagiarism rules on copying ideas and copy-pasting actual information from someone else on a blog from 6 years ago as their research paper, we've also got to teach them on what's real, what is valid. Used to, you could just grab an encyclopedia and whatever's in there is true because it wouldn't be in the encyclopedia if it wasn't. Now, kids can pop up on Facebook, search something, see a title that says, MIT study shows that bananas now cause hair loss. And then you could click on it and it could just be a guy who's like picking his nose for 45 minutes. But honestly, most people aren't even clicking on it to see what it is. And if they do, all somebody has to do is make up something and put it on there and say it's true. How are we gonna know the truth? Who actually clicks the links that are supposed to go to like the references of where the studies are? Nobody. So we not only just take things for their word in just the title, a lot of times whenever you actually do click it and go in and investigate, you have no idea I'm telling if it's true, and this is gonna get worse and worse. Seriously, I could just go on and purchase, for this video, I could title it anything I want, like student punches wall for $20 or something, and you can go in and it has like nothing to do with the title, it's just people did it because you get views if people click it. So they'll say things, rando things, they're supposed to catch your eye, make you wanna click, and they'll change the picture of the thumbnail to focus on like 1 second of a 20-minute video. We've got to get better at informing our students of what is real and what isn't and how to verify what's real. And people bash Wikipedia, but Wikipedia actually like tries to double check some of their stuff and they have links to references. So it's better than a lot of the other stuff that we're using as our first resources for stuff. And that's coming off of Wikipedia. Like that was the thing that was bashed for years as like an invalid source for kids to do their papers. Whenever we're teaching students how to do research papers, how to write it and how to find information, the key thing we need to do is focus on what they're actually getting the information from. In your classroom, whenever you're going in there, show kids like key ways to tell if it's like an ad or if it has like an angle. We saw with the news stores, there's, you know, you can go to 5 different like public news stations and get a different version of every story. One where it makes the Democrats look terrible, and one where the Republicans look terrible. You should vote for this candidate because of this. And like they insinuate, but it's based on their own personal agendas. And that's the mainstream media. Think of the internet where people can post anything they want. Like this is all my opinion. Everything on the internet is going to be more and more dictated upon who's writing it and who's paying them to write it and what agenda they're pushing. So as you go through these papers with your students, help them identify what makes things valid. Click on links and what makes things an ad. So, hey, what's up? It's weird, just talking to a wall. How are y'all?
No, that's cool.
Cool.
You see the camera.
So in building their digital citizenship, please focus on validity of resources and have that as a discussion in your class. Like how do you tell? These kids are already pretty good at telling if stuff's an ad or if it's junk that's pushed on them because they've grown up in it their whole life. Like they'll start watching a Vine and 2 seconds in they're like, oh, this is a Samsung commercial disguised as a funny Vine. Rest in peace, Vine. Whenever you're educating these children, also educate them on how to receive their news correctly. Because it's going to become more and more of a topic as we keep going in the future and everything keeps getting pushed to the internet. That's my advice for today. If you could subscribe, share this with somebody who needs to hear it. Peace. Oh, hey, it's me, Michael Jordan, Shoemaker. I want you to know that if you don't click that little circle there to subscribe, then you won't ever find your true love. That's a fact. It's like an email chain letter. If you're not 45 years old, you will not get that joke. Not important. But click that. Anyways, I'll wait.